have the Origami heavy duty racks to begin with as a today's special is because A, you love them. B, you said, I can't get enough, so you started buying them one at a time, and then we started offering them two at a time, and our today's special is two of them. But you also started to say, I want more colors because I find that I'm using them in so many different areas of my home where I have clutter, but I need to declutter, or I need to organize, or I need to make it just easier for me and my family to be able to reach what we need without having to move other things aside. And that's why, as our today's special, our Origami heavy duty racks, the 2-pack, because you're getting two of them, have been very popular with thousands ordered. This is a customer pick, and speaking of thousands, there are over 3,580 reviews on this on hsn.com, making them customer picks. Our value today is fantastic because you're getting two of them on sale, on free shipping, which is a big deal because these do not come in a small box with lots of moving parts. These come to you fully assembled. And so the box is gonna be kind of big, but you're not paying for shipping for that. All you do is decide to either add the wheels if you want to or not. It's completely up to you. We're gonna talk you through maybe the decision of why you would add wheels or maybe why you wouldn't want to. But we've got everything that you need, all of the colors. You're seeing here white, which is very popular. We also have this amazing hunter green that's stunning as well. I love this for it. We've got it set up like for the garden. We've got them in black, and this, you know, maybe it's gonna be in your garage. This one is your cranberry. Look at how fun this is, you know, because organization should be fun too. We also have it for you in that platinum, which is fantastic. We've got this gorgeous, I think we're calling this one the turquoise blue, and we also have the bronze. You see this? I'm also gonna walk right on over because I've got a couple more to share with you, a couple more colors, and then we're gonna bring in our special guest who has brought to us origami from day one. We also have this one in red, which I love the red, and would go great in the kitchen with all the red kitchen appliances. And then this is your pewter, this is your original origami color. So if you bought origami over a decade ago in the original color, this is still it, and it will still match. And Lou Caputo is joining us. Lou, you originally got us organized with origami over a decade ago.
Decade and a half.
Oh my gosh.
I was just having a discussion with one of my colleagues offset there.
Oh, really?
Yes, and she was saying that it hasn't been that long. And I'm like, it has, I've lived every minute of it. It has been that long.
That long.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
15 years. Now, I can't say that about anything else I sell,
right.
Mind you. There's nothing else here that I've sold for that long. And it's amazing the journey that we've taken with origami because we went from just this one product, this one rack, to I don't even know how many we have now.
I know. I mean, if you go to hsn.com and type in origami, you're gonna see so much. And as a matter of fact, we've got 2 hours. You're gonna see a lot in these 2 hours as well.
Yes, you will.
But there's something to be said, not only a decade and a half, but this is still here and still a huge customer pick.
Oh yeah, well, and especially on a day like this.
Yes.
So, and here's why, guys, and I always tell people that, you know, true origami aficionados know the secret, and that is wait for today's special. Why? Because the special pricing, the flex pays, the free shipping, and this is no joke. These weigh 37.5 pounds each.
Wow.
Okay, so we're talking about, you know, and they ship together in one box. It may be surprising to people to know.
Wow.
They will come in one single box packed together, okay? That's 75 pounds of powder-coated steel that's coming to your door for free. So just that alone, I think, is reason enough. But let me show you the magic behind these, because you are getting two of them when you buy them. And if you've never seen origami before, let me start from the beginning, okay? So the big deal about origami is that when you look at this rack as it sits here, it's 12 linear feet of storage. It takes use of the vertical space that we all have in our lives, in our homes, our garage, our storage units, all over the place. Each shelf on this is 3 feet across. There's 4 shelves. That's where I get the 12 linear feet. But also, when you look at this, these shelves are 18 inches deep. So that's 1.5 feet. Most storage systems, most shelving systems are only 12 inches. So you're getting an extra ½ foot at that as well. Now, the big thing about this is that it's named after the ancient Japanese art of paper folding, because I can take that 12 linear feet of storage and just like this, fold that down to 4 inches wide, okay? Wow. And you can do this thousands of times. It's not like this is a one-off where now that I've done this, I can never open it again, okay? No, thousands and thousands of times. Now, When I first started selling this, I used to stand here and I would point to an open racket and this one and go, this is this.
Yes.
This is this. Because people had a hard time getting it through their heads. There's no assembly, or as I call it, the A word. We don't use that, okay? It's simply set up. So it's gonna come flat packed in a box, the two of them. The hardest thing you're gonna do is get it out of the cardboard, I promise you, okay? After that, watch how easy this is to do. You grab the sides like this and you just pull. Gravity does most of the work. It's just gonna fall open, okay? On the back of it, right here, and you don't have to spin it around. I'm doing this just so you can see this. That's the origami toggle that is a patented design. All you have to do is thread this through like that and push down. Once you push that down like that, the bottom of this is already rigid. You could actually use it just like this if you wanted to. Yes. Then you flip over the top shelf, which is only hinged on the back, all right? There's one more latch right here. You flip this over just like this, and that falls into place. Now the top of that's secured too, okay? That's it, that's all you've got to do. Notice, I never reach for any tools.
No.
I never looked at any instructions, not that I ever do. But you know what I'm saying, you don't have to worry about that. Now, I want you to notice how she's gonna open this up, she's gonna set this up in a couple of seconds, okay? She had it between a wall and a cabinet. Yeah. This, at 4 inches, I actually think it's more like 3.5, but it's so small that it will fit virtually anywhere. Again, 37.5 pounds, so it's heavy, but it's not so heavy you can't lift it, you can't put it in the back of your car, you can't take it with you, you can do all that. Now, because it's powder-coated steel, and you can hear the quality in that, it's gonna resist scratching and chipping, but it's also corrosion resistant, which is why we can say that you can use them indoors and outdoors. Now, my favorite thing about these, though, is the weight capacity. Okay, so with the wheels on it, as you see here, we do give you 4 wheels for each one. 2 of those wheels on each one are going to be what we call locking wheels, so that you can, you know, lock this and so it won't roll around if you're leaving the wheels. If you put the wheels on it, it raises it by 3 inches. So it goes from 60 inches tall to 63 inches tall. The implication for you is that you want to limit the weight capacity to 75 pounds per shelf with the wheels on it, just because we don't want it to get tippy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's 300 pounds. So I say it like it's nothing. It's 300 pounds, and it's 300 pounds that you can roll around really easily. Now, here's the magic. Without the wheels, though, if you know I'm not gonna move this and I need the maximum weight capacity, then without wheels, you can go up to 250 pounds on each shelf. There's 4 shelves per rack. That's 1,000 pounds of storage on each one. So 1,000 pounds here, 1,000 pounds here. Tamara, 2,000 pounds is a ton, literally a ton. That's the definition of it.
Yeah.
So when you buy this right now, you're buying a ton of storage.
You really are.
You
and
are.
A lot of you are saying, yeah, I need a ton of storage.
A lot of us do.
I've got a lot to declutter.
Sure.
I've got, like, you know, if you're saying this summer, I'm gonna clean out the garage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I've been talking about it for 5 years now. I'm gonna do it. I just need a place to put things and to keep things, because think about some of the things we're keeping because either they're valuable, we paid a lot of money for them,
Right.
we still need them,
Yeah.
we just don't need them in the way.
Yeah.
And this allows us to have a place to put everything.
Right.
We're showing you indoors and outdoors. We're showing you in, you know, in decorative situations and just in pure functional situations. That's why you've got so many colors to choose from, because
Right.
maybe you'll put the pewter or the black in the garage for function, and then you'll put the white and the red and the green
So many different ways.
inside for
Yeah.
beauty.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. We call it store decor. It's storage and decor both all in one thing. You know, I used to call it the Beauty and the Beast, because when it's in the garage and it's doing the heavy lifting, it's the beast, but when it's inside, it's gonna be the beauty. And this is a great example of that right here, yeah. So in the white right here, when I look at the white, I think of kitchens, I think of bathrooms, I think of the baby's rooms, I think of laundry rooms. I mean, you know, you can use them anywhere in the house you want, but that's what comes to me. And I love this for the kitchen simply because of these kind of things. You know, when you've got your kitchen electrics, big stand mixers, on the bottom of this, we've got a big, I think that's a convection oven down there.
Yes.
Whatever it is, it's massive. So all these different devices that we love, they make cooking so much easier, it makes our life better, but where are you keeping them?
Right.
Where are they gonna wind up? So the origami is absolutely perfect for that. And I love when you take the white and just give it a splash of color. You know what I mean? That red just pops on there.
It really does, and I love that, you know, even if origami just kept it to the original pewter, we would still love it, but the fact that they've added color and still made it as functional as ever, as corrosion resistant as ever, as easy to place, because you're not assembling it, you're just deciding where it's gonna go. It really is that simple. And then we went around and gave you 2, cut the price, took away the shipping, but we can only do that for 1 day. We can only do that for today. So the way you order it is the way you order everything here at HSN is either on hsn.com or the HSN app. If you do that, our Origami Today special is right there on the home screen. It's one of the first things you'll see. Or you can always use the QR code, and when you see the code in the corner in just a little bit, you can just open up the camera on your cell phone, grab that code, and then you decide how many 2-packs that you need, because this is the thing, there is no limit. And once you start organizing, and Lou, I know that you know this as well, because you might be thinking, I'm just gonna do the garage, but once that's organized, you're like, but what about the attic?
Right.
But what about my son's room?
Right.
But what about the guest room?
It's like dominoes, they just start falling. You're just one thing after another after another. But you know, but most people don't get organized because they don't have the tools to do it. Origami gives you the tools. And what's nice about it is it's immediate gratification, meaning you can start as soon as you get this home. It takes seconds to put this up. If you look at the one that we've got right here, this is one of the new colors, the Hunter Green. Love this color. This thing was selling like, you know, crazy last night. We just introduced this then. I don't think we have that many of this one left, to be honest with you.
That's right.
But I love the fact that we set this up looking like you're using it for either replanting or, you know, potting, or maybe you've got an herb garden or something like that. Because one of the reasons why we put the wire shelves on this is we know how important it is to have airflow and water flow, okay? So if you use this outside, you could actually water the flowers in here and let them drain all the way through, because it's not going to hurt the powder-coated steel on these. It just won't. And that's why we say you can use them indoors, you can use them outdoors. But this is a wonderful example of that. Now, the one that's next to Tamara over here, the black one, this one here, this is where most people start with their Origami, the garage. You look at that and you're like going, I'm putting this thing in the garage here because it can hold so much weight. And when you look at this, that's a full-size tire that's on there. These are real 2x4s, okay? This is not like a prop, it's not balsa wood. Those are real 2x4s that are on there. We are nowhere near the weight capacity for this, number one. But number two, I want to show this one to you because of this. I can take one finger and move this, just like that. And that's because the wheels on this are so good. Look at that, one finger, just push it. Because the wheels are so good. So even with all that weight on there, and if you don't think that's a lot of weight, I dare anybody to come over here and just pick up that whole pile of 2x4s and walk around with it.
Think about it. You couldn't move any one of these things by itself with one finger, but you can move all of it with one finger, and it's because of the quality
of the wheels.
The quality of the sturdiness of the frame that you've got.
Yeah, you didn't see it flexing when I was doing that.
Not
I mean,
at all.
it's rock solid when you're using it. And that tub down there is big. I mean, it's not like it's a tiny thing on there. That's not a small tire. I mean, so when you look at this, yes, you can put a lot on these, and that's what's going to make getting organized easier. Is you're going to spend less time trying to figure out how to make things fit when you know that they are going to fit. And you don't have to worry about the weight. Right. This one, now this is another new color. They're right side by, or no, the green's over there. Never mind. This I've been up for a long time. This is the cranberry. Okay, brand new color. Yes. Absolutely love this. And this is another example of using it indoors. Okay, so for a bathroom, if you don't have a linen closet, if you don't have, you know, any place for the extra toilet paper and the toothpaste and all the other things, this is absolutely perfect for that. Or maybe you're going to put it in the laundry room. That's perfectly viable too.
Absolutely, and you can see that. So I love that we've, again, even after over a decade and a half, Origami's still bringing us new and still giving us options of how we're going to use this. So this cranberry, if you love this, it's a little bit more in the berry family versus a red, just so that you know. The cran and the berry.
Cran and the berry.
So we've got that for you. This is platinum.
For the office.
Yes.
I mean, listen, the minute you go to a store that has the word office in it, you're going to pay 3 times as much for any furniture they're going to sell you. And it's this same exact stuff.
Why do they do that?
I don't know, because they can. That's why. It's like way anybody does anything, because they can. So when you get Origami, it's as good, if not better, than any of that office furniture, and just as versatile. And this is maybe this relic right here is one of the oldest scanner, copier, you know, fax machine. It probably still faxes too, which I've never seen a fax machine in years. But for the office, it's perfect because it's got so much space, and you can put your files on there, and you can put, you know, the reams of paper that you're going to use, or whatever it is that you want for your office. But again, it's movable, so you can move stuff around between offices, even if it's like boxes of files if people still have those. I don't know.
Something I want to say before we leave the platinum on this one, just so you know, is that if you already have an Origami heavy-duty rack from the past and you're getting the same color, it's the same color. You're not going to wonder, well, is that platinum going to be the same platinum as the platinum that I already have? It's the same thing. Yeah. So if you already have one and now you want to bring a matching pair and they're going to be right next to each other, no worries. If you want the platinum, only about, what was that, about 400 of these? 400 left in platinum for the
Wow.
day, and only about 500 or so left, maybe
In
about
which one?
600 are left in the hunter green for
I
the
feel
day.
like we're going to lose some colors.
Yes.
I think that's happening. This is the teal. Funny thing about the teal is it's a color that we had years ago, and then it disappeared. Like, I thought we were never going to bring it back, and all of a sudden it popped up again. And my wife Kelly actually has this color in her craft closet, is what she calls it.
Yes.
It's all her crafting supplies in a closet in the house. So when she wants to do craft, she wheels the whole thing out table side. Everything's right there at her fingertips. When she's not working on them, they fit in there. But it's a beautiful color that we have not had for a long time. This one is actually kind of looking at the whole concept of storage units, because a lot of times when you have a storage unit, people don't realize this, but you're paying for every square foot of it. And it's not just the linear square feet on the floor, it's all the way up to the ceiling. So you might as well use every little bit of it. In my storage unit, I had 2 rows of Origamis, these exact ones, 3 across. 2 rows of 3, so 6 total that were in there. And when I opened the door and people looked at it, they thought I was crazy, because they were like, "How? You can't get in there, you can't get to the back shelves, you can't do anything." But you know what? Because I've got the wheels on them, I could get everything out in the hallway if I needed to. I can access what I needed to. And I was maximizing the vertical storage in there for the money I was paying. Now, the other thing I found out about it too was that it was so much easier for me to get to the bins that we have. And we have a lot of these bins because we decorate for every single holiday inside and out. So there's a lot of stuff there. And this is a good way to keep everything, not just make it as easily accessible, which it is, but also it's not going to crush what's in the bottom ones.
right.
Because you stack these things up 4 high, 3 high,
Yeah.
and if they're heavy, whatever's in that bottom one is just getting squished down there, okay? That's not going to happen when you've got them on this. Oh, and then the other bonus, and this is my favorite thing with this, in a storage unit, is that I don't have to wait for a trolley to bring my stuff down to my car, because I got wheels. So all I'm going to do is just wheel this whole thing down to my truck, load it up, and then I got the option of wheeling this back upstairs or just folding it and taking it with me.
And that's the thing. You've got that versatility. Again, from day one, we've loved it. This is why you're getting 2, because so many of you, when you would buy them one at a time. You'd buy one and then you come back for another and come back for another. So we started offering them to you 2 at a time. They weren't always free shipping. They are today. They weren't always on sale. They are today. And I invite you to make the decision today to say, I'm going to declutter. I know I need to. I know what I'm going to keep, and I know it's a lot. Where do I put it that it's not going to get ruined or crushed or wet when there's a flood or something like this, because your precious items are not on the floor, they're elevated off of the floor, which is fantastic. And then you can still get to them and move them. And you have access to all sides of it. I was going to say 360 degrees, but it's not a circle.
No,
but you've got access not just from one side.
No, all around it, and that's the big deal with this too. And you know, actually, it is 360, and I'll tell you why. Because I was talking to somebody earlier today, and I was like, well, if you need something that's on the other side of this, it's actually pretty simple. Just to do that and then get to the other side. I mean, it's real easy to do. So you do have that total accessibility. Now, the reason I walked over here is I want everybody to see this, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here right now. Is that 6? Yeah. So we've got 6 right here. I want you to notice how this is what it looks like when it's open, okay? So this is your 12 linear feet. But then you could take 6 of them, close them up, and I'm gonna just put my arm here all the way to the edge of this last one. And just so you can see how I've got plenty of arm left. Okay, on here. They don't take up that much space. The point being that if you do craft shows, if you do flea markets, if you do anything like that, or maybe you just have a bunch of these and you need to move them because you're either moving out or moving in or you know, taking the kids out of their dorm room, whatever it is, you could easily fit all of these in the back of a car. And it wouldn't be a big deal because they do not, remember, about 3.5, 4 inches wide at the widest point. So it's not a big deal.
Absolutely.
You know, to fold them.
I know a lot of you are shopping for them, and again, the best way to do it is on hsn.com or using that HSN app. Please do not miss out while we have these as a Today Special on the day that we also have everything on free shipping. So we're giving you some ideas there. You probably have a zillion different ideas of how and where you're going to use these. I love this green one too because, like you were saying, it's corrosion resistant. So if they get wet, you don't have to worry about them rusting. And I look at these plants and I think about all of us who, when the weather gets cold later on in the year, we have to bring some of our precious plants in. you can still have a place to put them. You can still water them. It just makes it easy. Maybe you're looking here at the white one and you're like, I have that KitchenAid mixer that's super heavy. Now, guess what? I don't even have to lift it up anymore. I can just access it right here. Maybe you're looking at the black one and you're thinking, I've got some extra pavers and gravel and mulch and all of the heaviest paint cans that are in your garage, and you need a place to put them without them being on the floor and in the way. Now you have 2 places to put them because you're getting 2 of the shelves.
Exactly.
It's a great value, and it really answers and solves a problem that many of us have in our home. But when it comes to Origami, there's always more that we can do.
There's always more.
So I love that you're showing something. It's a separate purchase, but I think it would be really great for a lot of
Oh,
people.
no, in my opinion, it's a must-have addition to the 2-pack of racks that you're buying right now. These are what we call the connecting racks, okay? So if you look at this head on, it looks exactly like any one of these shelves. It's the same dimensions,